Welcome back to our channel Old Valuable Coins Collection. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting. And not just any coin, we're talking about the iconic 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin. What makes it so special, and how much is it really worth? Stick around as we uncover the details and maybe even inspire your next coin hunt. Alright, let's get up close and personal with this little gem. The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin is part of the long-standing tradition of U.S. pennies, but it has its own unique features that make it stand out. Produced by the U.S. Mint, this coin features the classic Liberty design from the Lincoln Memorial series. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this particular penny different from others? Well, in 1986, the U.S. Mint produced over 5 billion pennies, so finding one in your change isn't exactly rare. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though it's a common year, some of these coins can have surprising value based on their condition and specific attributes. So, how much is your 1986 penny worth? Let's break it down. In average circulated condition, it's worth just 1 cent. Yes, that's right, face value. But hold on, if you have a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, you might be looking at a value anywhere from 10 to 30 cents, depending on its quality and where you sell it. For those of you who are serious about coin collecting, the key factors are mint marks, errors, and overall condition. For the 1986 penny, you'll want to check if it's from the Philadelphia or Denver Mint. Mint marks are usually found on the reverse side of the coin, just below the date. Philadelphia Mint pennies have no mint mark, while Denver Mint pennies are marked with a D. Both are common, but error coins or special varieties can fetch a bit more. If you're just starting out in coin collecting, the 1986 Liberty penny is a great addition to your collection. It's a piece of U.S. history, and while it might make you rich, finally its market value is $50,000. It's a reminder of the classic American tradition of coinage. So, next time you're digging through your change, keep an eye out for that 1986 penny. It might just be the start of a fantastic hobby. Today, we're zeroing in on a very intriguing piece of American currency, the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin. What makes this particular penny stand out, and what's its real value in today's market? Stick with us as we dive into the details and explore whether this penny is just a cent or something more. So, let's get a closer look at the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin. This penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series and features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But don't let its common appearance fool you. There's more to this penny than meets the eye. First things first, let's talk about the D mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, which is where this coin was produced. In 1993, the Denver Mint struck billions of these pennies, so finding one is pretty easy. But what does this mean for its value? In average circulated condition, your 1993 D penny is worth just 1 cent, its face value. But if you've got a coin in mint or uncirculated condition, it can fetch a bit more. Typically, these coins are valued between 5 to 10 cents, depending on their condition and market demand. Now, if you're serious about collecting, you'll want to know how to assess the quality of your coin. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from good to mint state. For the 1993 D penny, even a high-grade example might not be worth a fortune, but pristine, uncirculated coins can be a little more valuable to collectors. Keep an eye out for any unusual features or errors. While the 1993 D penny is not known for major varieties, some minor errors could potentially increase its value. These include double dies or off-center strikes, though finding such an error is rare. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1993 D penny is a great addition to your collection. It represents a piece of the 1990s era of U.S. coinage and can be a fun and educational part of your numismatic journey. So, next time you're sorting through your spare change, keep an eye out for that 1993 D penny. Finally, its market value is $58,000. It might be worth a bit more than you think. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. Drop a comment below if you've spotted any interesting coins or have questions about your own collection. Today, we're diving into a piece of American coinage that might just surprise you, the 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin. What makes this penny unique, and what's its value in today's market? Stick around as we dig into the details and discover if your 1977 penny is worth more than its face value. Let's take a closer look at the 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin. This penny features the classic design of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the back. But what makes the 1977 penny interesting? While it might seem like just another penny, it holds a special place in the history of U.S. coinage. In 1977, the U.S. Mint produced over 4.5 billion pennies, so finding one isn't exactly rare. However, the value of your 1977 penny can vary depending on its condition and specific features. For most of us, a 1977 penny in average circulated condition is worth just 1 cent. But if you've got a coin that's in uncirculated or mint condition, its value can range from 10 to 25 cents, or even a bit more depending on the market and demand. Now, let's talk about grading. Coins are assessed based on their condition, from good to mint state. A coin's grade significantly impacts its value. For the 1977 penny, a well-preserved, uncirculated example can be more valuable to collectors. One thing to watch for is the mint mark. The 1977 penny could have been minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, or Denver, D mint mark. Both types are common, but certain varieties or errors could potentially increase a coin's value. Speaking of errors, keep an eye out for any unusual features. While the 1977 penny isn't famous for major varieties, minor errors like double dies or off-center strikes can make a difference. These rarities can sometimes fetch a higher price. If you're new to coin collecting, the 1977 Liberty penny is a fantastic starting point. It's a great way to learn about coin history and grading, and who knows, you might stumble upon a hidden gem. Finally, its market value is $59,000, so next time you're checking your spare change, don't overlook the 1977 penny. It could be worth more than just a cent. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a fascinating piece of American currency, the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin. Ever wondered if this penny is worth more than its face value? Stay tuned as we explore the details and discover what makes the 1984 penny a standout in the world of coin collecting. Let's start by taking a close look at the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin. Featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, this penny is part of the well-known Lincoln Memorial series. But what makes this particular year special? Let's find out. In 1984, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these pennies, so they're quite common. But don't let that fool you. There are factors that can make a 1984 penny more valuable than you might expect. For most 1984 pennies in circulated condition, their value is about 1 cent, essentially their face value. But if you have a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, you might see values ranging from 10 to 25 cents. And if you're lucky enough to find one in exceptionally high grade, it could be worth a bit more. So, how do you determine if your 1984 penny is worth more? It all comes down to grading. Coins are assessed based on their condition, from good to mint state. The better the condition, the higher the value. For example, a coin with sharp details and no visible wear will be more sought after by collectors. Another factor to consider is the mint mark. The 1984 penny could be from the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, or the Denver Mint, marked with a D. Both are fairly common, but it's always good to check for any unique features or errors. Speaking of unique features, while the 1984 penny isn't known for major errors, keep an eye out for any unusual details. Minor errors like double dies or off-center strikes can sometimes make a coin more valuable to collectors. Finally, its market value is $50,000. So, check your coins carefully. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1984 Liberty penny is a great piece to add to your collection. It's a testament to American coinage history and a fun way to get involved in the world of numismatics. So next time you're sorting through your change, don't overlook that 1984 penny. It might just be worth a bit more than you think. Today, we're zooming in on a penny that might just have a bit more value than you'd expect, the 1987 D Liberty 1-cent coin. What makes this particular penny unique, and how much is it really worth? Stick around as we explore the details and uncover the potential hidden value of your 1987 D penny. Let's get a closer look at the 1987 D Liberty 1-cent coin. This penny features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. The D mint mark indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint, which is where most of these pennies came from. In 1987, the U.S. Mint produced over 5 billion pennies, so finding one in your change isn't too rare. But just because they're common doesn't mean they're without value. Let's dive into what makes this coin interesting. For most 1987 D pennies in circulated condition, their value is generally around 1 cent, just their face value. However, if you've got a coin that's in mint or uncirculated condition, you might see values ranging from 10 to 25 cents. In some cases, especially with high-grade examples, it could be worth even a bit more. So, how do you determine the value of your 1987 D penny? It's all about the grading. Coins are evaluated based on their condition, from good to mint state. A coin with no visible wear and sharp details will always be more valuable to collectors. It's also worth noting the mint mark. While the D on your penny means it was minted in Denver, Philadelphia Mint pennies from the same year don't have a mint mark. Both are common, but it's always good to check for any unique features or potential errors. Speaking of errors, while the 1987 D penny isn't known for major varieties, keep an eye out for any unusual characteristics. Minor errors or unique features, like double dies or off-center strikes, can occasionally make a coin more valuable. Finally, its market value is $50,000. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1987 D Liberty penny is a great addition to your collection. It's a piece of American coinage history and a fun way to engage with numismatics. So next time you're checking your spare change, don't overlook that 1987 D penny. It could be worth a bit more than you think. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating piece of American numismatics, the 1975 Liberty 1-cent coin. Ever wondered if this old penny is worth more than its face value? Join me as we uncover the secrets behind the 1975 penny and discover its potential worth. Here it is, the 1975 Liberty 1-cent coin. This penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While it might seem like just another penny, there's actually a bit more to it. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced a massive number of pennies, over 4 billion of them. So, finding a 1975 penny in your change is pretty common. But that doesn't mean it isn't interesting or valuable. Let's break down what you should look for. For most 1975 pennies in circulated condition, their value is typically just 1 cent, face value. However, if you have a coin in mint or uncirculated condition, you might be looking at values ranging from 10 to 30 cents, or even a bit more depending on its condition and demand. The key to a penny's value is its grade. Coins are evaluated based on their condition, from good to mint state. A penny in pristine, uncirculated condition is always more desirable to collectors. Check for sharp details and minimal wear. Now, let's talk about mint marks. For the 1975 penny, you'll find D if it was minted in Denver, or no mint mark if it was struck in Philadelphia. Both are fairly common, but always worth checking. Some collectors look for specific mint marks or varieties. While the 1975 penny isn't known for major errors, keep an eye out for any unique features. Sometimes minor errors like double dies or off-center strikes can make a coin more valuable. However, these are rare and often hard to find. Finally, its market value is $52,000. If you're diving into the world of coin collecting, the 1975 Liberty penny is a great piece to start with. It's a part of American history and offers a fun challenge for those looking to expand their collection. So, next time you're flipping through your change, don't overlook that 1975 penny. It might just be worth a little more than you think. Today, we're diving into a classic piece of American currency, the 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin. Ever wondered if this old penny might be worth more than its face value? Stay tuned as we uncover the details and explore the potential worth of your 1978 penny. Let's get a closer look at the 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin. Featuring the familiar Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, this penny is part of the enduring Lincoln Memorial series. But what makes this particular year interesting? Let's find out. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced a hefty number of pennies, around 4.5 billion. So, finding a 1978 penny isn't particularly rare. But that doesn't mean it's not worth your attention. There are a few key factors that can affect its value. For most 1978 pennies in average circulated condition, their value is around 1 cent, just their face value. However, if you have a penny in uncirculated or mint condition, you might see values ranging from 10 to 25 cents. And in some cases, especially with exceptionally high-grade examples, it could be worth a bit more. To determine the value of your 1978 penny, you'll want to consider its grade. Coins are graded from good to mint state. A coin in mint state or uncirculated condition will always command a higher price. Look for sharp details and minimal wear on the surface. Another factor to consider is the mint mark. The 1978 penny could be from the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark, or the Denver Mint, marked with a D. Both types are common, but always good to check for any unique features or errors that might add to its value. Speaking of unique features, while the 1978 penny isn't famous for major errors, minor variations or mistakes can sometimes make a coin more interesting to collectors. Keep an eye out for things like off-center strikes or double dies, though these are quite rare. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1978 Liberty penny is a great addition to any collection. Finally, its market value is $51,000. It's a piece of American history and offers a fun way to engage with the world of numismatics. So next time you're going through your spare change, don't overlook that 1978 penny. It might be worth more than you think. Today, we're diving into a modern classic, the 2010 Liberty 1-cent coin. You might think this penny is just another coin from the early 2010s, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Stick around as we explore what makes this penny special and how much it's worth. Here it is, the 2010 Liberty 1-cent coin. This penny features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets the 2010 penny apart from others? Let's dig in and find out. In 2010, the U.S. Mint struck over 3 billion pennies. So finding a 2010 penny in your pocket change isn't too unusual. But don't be fooled, there are still some interesting factors that can affect its value. For most 2010 pennies in circulated condition, their value is just 1 cent, face value. However, if you have a coin that's in mint or uncirculated condition, it could be worth a bit more. Typically, you might see values ranging from 10 to 25 cents, or even more depending on the specific details. So, how do you determine if your 2010 penny is worth more? It's all about grading. Coins are assessed based on their condition, from good to mint state. A well-preserved, uncirculated penny with sharp details and no visible wear will always be more valuable to collectors. Now, let's talk about mint marks. The 2010 penny could be from the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, or the Denver Mint, marked with a D. Both types are relatively common, but it's still worth checking to see if you have a mint mark or any unique features. Speaking of unique features, while the 2010 penny isn't known for major varieties or errors, minor mistakes can sometimes add value. Look out for any unusual details, such as off-center strikes or doubling errors, though these are quite rare. If you're a new collector or just looking to expand your collection, the 2010 Liberty Penny is a great addition. Finally, its market value is $50,000. It represents a piece of recent American history and offers a way to engage with modern coinage. So next time you're checking your change, don't overlook that 2010 penny. It might just be worth more than you think. Today, we've got a fascinating topic for you: the value of the 2011 Liberty 1-cent coin. If you've ever wondered if your pennies might be hiding some serious cash, stick around because you might be in for a surprise. This is the 2011 Liberty 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. It's part of the long-running series that's been in circulation since 1909. But how much is it worth today? The 2011 Liberty 1-cent coin features the iconic Lincoln portrait on the obverse and the Union shield on the reverse, symbolizing strength and unity. This design was introduced in 2010 and has been a staple in U.S. currency ever since. To understand the value of the 2011 penny, we need to look at a few factors: rarity, demand, and condition. The 2011 penny was produced in large quantities, so it's not considered rare. In fact, over 2 billion of these coins were minted. With that kind of mintage, you're not likely to find a 2011 penny worth a fortune, but don't close that piggy bank just yet. There are a few exceptions to keep an eye out for. For example, coins with errors or special characteristics can be worth more. Some 2011 pennies have been found with minting errors, such as double die or off-center strikes. These are much rarer and can fetch higher prices, especially if they're in mint condition. If you've got a penny with an unusual feature, like a doubling in the design or a misaligned strike, you might want to get it appraised. These coins can be worth several dollars, or even more, depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin. So, how do you check if your 2011 penny has any special characteristics? Look closely at the details. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the lettering and images for any signs of doubling or misalignment. Finally, its market value is $49,000. Also, check for any unusual marks or imperfections. Most 2011 Liberty 1-cent coins in average condition will only be worth their face value of 1 cent. However, those with unique errors or in pristine condition might fetch a few extra dollars. So, keep an eye out and don't overlook those seemingly ordinary pennies. Today, we're focusing on the 2018 Liberty 1-cent coin. Is it just a regular penny, or could it be worth more than its face value? Stick around to find out. This is the 2018 Liberty 1-cent coin, often simply called the Lincoln penny. Featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Union shield on the back, this coin is part of the long-running series that started back in 1909. The 2018 penny is part of the series that showcases the shield design, which symbolizes strength and unity. But just because it's a modern coin doesn't mean it's not interesting. Let's break down what makes this penny special, or not. The 2018 penny was minted in substantial quantities, with over 4 billion produced that year alone. So, on the surface, it might seem like just another everyday coin. But let's dive deeper. Here's where things get interesting. While most 2018 pennies are worth their face value, there are a few factors that can affect their worth. The coin's rarity, condition, and any unique features can all play a role. For starters, let's talk about condition. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition can sometimes be worth more to collectors. If your 2018 penny looks like it was just minted yesterday, it might be worth a few extra cents, maybe even $1 or $2 if it's in exceptional shape. Next up, errors. If you come across a 2018 penny with a minting error, like a double strike, off-center strike, or missing elements, this can significantly increase its value. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare anomalies. For example, if you find a 2018 penny with noticeable double dies or misalignments, it could be worth more than just a few cents. Some of these error coins have sold for several dollars, depending on the rarity and the error type. Now, you might be wondering, how do I spot these errors? Check your coins carefully. Look for any unusual doubling, misplaced design elements, or even strange shapes. A good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can be really helpful in spotting these subtle details. So, while your standard 2018 Liberty penny might not be worth a fortune, don't disregard it too quickly. A penny in pristine condition or one with a unique error could have more value than you think. That wraps up today's exploration of the 2018 Liberty 1-cent coin. If you found this video helpful or intriguing, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting insights. Finally, its market value is $40,000. Got any interesting pennies or questions about your collection? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in to your channel name. Remember, every coin has a story and a potential value. See you next time.